Hey, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee. And
you have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
Big purr. Hey, you big purr. We have been here today. Today is the tap in. I love this particular, let me put this on the screen really quickly. I love this particular day because it's more of a relaxed environment. Oh, thanks, Doc, honey. I see you. It's more of a relaxed environment. Doc said the audio and the video is good, so we good. But it's more like two compadres kicking it, having a discussion about things of yesteryear and so forth and so forth. Sometimes we want to get a little bit more current, though, with some of the selections that we have in the bag, but not until we clear this bag out. So we in our tap-in bag. We're going to talk about it. We got movies and we have music, so we don't know what's coming out the bag right now. That's the vibe we're on right now. And then at the end of all of this, we are going to do the final exam. The year for this particular exam is 1993. That's right. I kept asking Doc on purpose because I didn't want to forget. Maybe a cheat code for myself. I don't know. But the point is, 1993 is what our final exam is going to be about. But it's some things I got to get out the way before we get started. Yeah, because, we got it. We don't have a choice. So I'll be right back. Hi, my ambitious ones. I'm so excited to talk to you about Transcending Sound and their amazing aromatherapy product line. It's like you get a lot for your buck with them. With each candle or wax melt scent, it comes with a playlist. That's crazy, right? Each playlist is based in hip-hop, R&B, and or jazz. One of my favorites is called Fly Love Song. I burn it on a regular. It's a grown and mature scent with a 4-hour and some change playlist to go along with it. Now, the smell. You get touches of jasmine, amber, sandalwood, and musk. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I highly recommend. So if you're big on aromatherapy like I am and you love hip-hop, R&B, and jazz, this is where you need to be. So make sure you use our discount code Ambitiously15 to receive 15% off of your purchase at checkout. It's a vibe. Catch that vibe. Little aromatherapy and some good music to go along with it. You can't lose. AU Big Purr. AU Big Purr.
Okay. I thought I was getting brought up to the stage. I didn't know I was already on the show.
Oh, baby, you up on here. It's the tap in. By now, they should know how this goes. Usually, I do bring you up on the stage, but I kind of wanted to, we're not going to do all of that. I'm going to say all the things that I need to say while you in here, because let's just let it be known. You can join the conversation. You can call in 443-850-4828. Or you can text. I will be reading your text out loud live on air. And just know if you call in, you will be live on air as well. And I will let you in. I will drop the link just for you. But you have to be on your best behavior. I might let you in. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. One or the other. You want to contact us for any reason, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. We need every like, every share, and every subscription we can get. We like those. And plus, when you do it, then I could be like, hey, I saw you. And I can shout you out. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. I'm thinking about putting some stuff, whatever. We'll talk about that later. Whatever. Hi, Doc, honey.
Hey, Kat, how are you today?
I'm all right. Guess what?
What's up?
I almost made it to 8 miles.
Okay.
I made it to 7.16.
That's close, 7.16. I mean, you can round up a little bit if you want. Technically, you're supposed to round down.
No,
7, but round
I'm
up.
not rounding anything. That's what I made. I see. That's where I don't do that because then I'm trying to psych myself out. No, we're gonna go with the actual number.
Did you walk on any stairs?
Huh?
Did you walk on any stairs?
Yeah, but I didn't have my phone on me to track those, so that probably
that stairs would have made you to the 8.
It would have. Now that she said it, it would have, because I did not take my phone when I walked up the stairs. I generally don't walk around with my phone on me when I'm walking around the house. So that probably could have rounded me up to the 8.
Yeah. But you're only, 0.9 something away?
Yeah. But as far as, me taking the initiative and getting out there and exercising myself, I almost made it to 8. Almost.
Next time. You get them next time, Kat.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
You silly.
Anyway, tap in, hit the like button. Yeah.
Yes, the like button. Free support.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. I need that encouragement next time. Next time I got them, which is tomorrow. But
back at it, bright and early or midday.
Well, I like to get it in early, because then that way, whatever I gotta do throughout the day, it doesn't interrupt that. And I like to get it all out at one time. That's why that one day I was in pain. I could not do the show on Thursday because and I had just gotten back into the swing. Like I was walking, but I wasn't walking that far. So
that's the day you needed that Calgon take you away moment.
Yeah, man. I needed it too. And I did have that moment the very next day. Like, that's why I wasn't on camera. Like, I was going to do it Thursday, but you know what? These legs. These legs. These legs. No. My legs was like, no, we not. No, we not. This is an interesting one because it's kind of a combination. This is crazy. It's kind of a combination of a movie and just music. I mean, rap in general. More of a documentary, but I like watching documentaries, so I don't mind it. And it is Backstage. You remember that?
I've seen it, or I just heard the soundtrack. I honestly can't remember. I know what you're talking about. I'm like, did I even see the movie, the documentary, or did I just have the soundtrack? I think I might have just had the soundtrack, actually. It was a good soundtrack. But if you could not make it towards like, what tour was that? Was that the Hard Knock Life tour? Or was it? I know. Okay, so I'm going to tell you who was in there. But if you couldn't make it to like a tour, like a popular tour in the 2000s, and the late 90s, this is something that you needed to watch because you got to see your DMXs, your Redmans, your Meth Man, Redman and Meth together. You got to see how they really was giving it up, like flying through. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about now because I do remember the clips of Red Meth, their on stage performance, how they
Right.
had the harnesses, all that.
Right. How they
Them
was giving it up. Man, they was
battles.
giving
I remember seeing clips of the rap battles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's probably where you can view where Jay-Z and DMX actually battled.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't give you but so much because you know at the time Dame was not playing about what you could see and what you could not see and what you was not going to see. And it's still up for the debate about who won that battle. But what you weren't going to see was Jay-Z getting dusted by DMX.
Of course not. That will hurt the product. You ain't look. Dame ain't letting that out that somebody could have messed up the product, especially when Jay is all basically at his next step to greatness overall. Right. Yeah, you ain't letting that happen.
But word on the street is DMX ate that ass up. Sorry, okay. I just had to put it out there.
Ahead of time, but all right. So word on the street is that DMX served Jay-Z up and
something nicely, but you didn't hear that from me. But that's what the word is on the streets.
All right, word on the street. I'll keep it mums. Mum's the word then.
It ain't mum's the word. It's been talked about. Well, they'll say that it depends on the side that you stand on. Because I also heard that it's another MC from Jersey back in Jay-Z's Jersey days that ate him up, but they'll say it's because they were on his turf, and that's why Jay-Z won. You know what I'm saying? So you just if you had and I hate to bring this up, but it's relevant. If you've ever watched D. Haven's Marcy Made documentary.
Okay.
The gentleman in which I'm speaking of is in that documentary speaking of the situation.
Okay. Insider info.
Mm-hmm. You can catch Marcy Made on Prime though. It's there.
Okay. So let me add that to my notes. It's something I need to watch.
It's there. And the person who is responsible for us having Marcy Made is D. Haven, which is Jay-Z's old homeboy. They're not so much these days, but they were back then. He's the reason why Jay-Z ever met Emery, his homeboy that he always talking about. Okay. They was doing a thing in Trenton, New Jersey, and then they came down here to Cambridge, Maryland, and was doing a thing down here too. So that's the legacy behind that. That's who he was doing that with. So yeah, but the other gentleman who said he dusted him is in that documentary. But anyway, but backstage, it was fun. Actually, you know what's crazy? Of course I've seen the documentary, but at the time that they were on that tour for that documentary for backstage, I was being a little,
your previous life.
Yeah, my previous life. Okay. I was being a little youngin' and hanging out in places and stuff. You feel me? While certain gentlemen were on tour in Baltimore City. Actually, that's the other tour. Oh my gosh. I have a few clips, you feel me, that I could show, but that's not of that particular tour. But on that tour, you had DMX, you had Redman, Method Man. I think you had Fox was on there on the stage at some point in time. Cause that's back when her and Jay was real cool, still tight or whatever. I don't think they was messing with each other then, but they were still cool. It was a few heavy hitters on that tour right there, and it was a good tour. And then, like I said, if you weren't fortunate enough to had witnessed it live and in person, that was a way for you to gain access to see what it's like. You feel me?
Here's a question. So is Baltimore considered like a major city for the tour stops?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious about that because I know Savannah isn't.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. For a second, it wasn't, only because of the nonsense that was going on here for a second. But we have a very large arena. Then, of course, we have two stadiums that are beside each other. We have the Orioles Stadium, Camden Yards, and then we have M&T Bank, the bank, that's right next to it. You know what I'm saying? Like Baltimore, although most people look at it's a small city, but it's a major city. You know what I'm saying? So if you go on tour, and especially back then, if you went on tour, this is the place you wanted to stop. It's not a place, not like actually, we'll go even further before the arena even got here, which is it's the Baltimore Arena, but they named the Royal Farms Arena. It's been named several times over the years. But before that arena got here, you got to think Pennsylvania Avenue was a popping place. Well, not many, and give y'all a history lesson. Here in Baltimore, and you remember you had the Chitlin Circuit and all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm. That was going on, and where they would come is Pennsylvania Avenue, and Pennsylvania Avenue was like the black haven, like a black Mecca. You feel me? If you came here, you had your Red Foxes, your Billie Holidays, you know what I'm saying? Like your who's who performed on Pennsylvania Avenue, and there was a lot of theaters back then and all of that good stuff. So it's always been on the circuit. And then they started the Jackson 5 performed here. Like it's always been somebody coming through here performing. So it's always been like that. And like I said, for a hot second, nobody wanted to come because of the nonsense. But then for some strange reason, I feel like they was like, oh, it's dangerous. Let's go to Baltimore. And now they back.
Okay.
So like
I
now
know down here, we are like a second market. Usually if we get a tour stop, it's always going to be like on a Thursday. Basically. Right. So we never get the big Friday or Saturday tour stops. We'll get the Thursday tour stop, which kind of throws everything off. And if we want to catch that Friday or Saturday or the beginning of the week, it'll be Friday, Saturday. We got to go up to Atlanta or probably catch it in Orlando.
Right. And see, that's the other thing I think, and you would think that for us because we not far from DC, but we are Baltimore is its own thing. Like when people be like, y'all part of the DMV. No, we are not. No, we're not. Yeah, we in Maryland. Okay. But Baltimore is its own thing. And actually, so you know, Baltimore is an independent city. So we are not a part of the DMV. We are our own thing. But again, it's small, but it's a major city. You know, it's a port city. Like, for example, and I hate to bring this up because I don't really care about the dude, but you know, it's news. Offset was here today giving out food and gift certificates at a high school here in Baltimore City called Dunbar High School.
Oh, really?
That was just today.
That's good for him, right? That's good charity, right? Okay. No.
Whatever.
My bad. Hey, look.
Whatever, because I know what it is. It's publicity. It's not really. None of these celebrities. Let's not be fooled. None of them do things because let's help them. And second of all, Dunbar is not one of the bad schools. It's not They took him to a good school, one of the better schools in Baltimore City. They didn't take him to. They didn't take him to like digital harm.
You about to make some people mad. You about to name a school, make people mad.
No, because if you're from Baltimore, then you know what it is, and you have no reason to be mad. Look, we don't wear our feelings on our sleeves here. This is probably why people go through the stuff they go through in these streets. But we don't wear our feelings on our sleeves like that. If you live here in Baltimore, if you're from Baltimore, you know what Digital Harbor is, and you know what they got going on. It used to be Southern. You already know what it is. You know what time it is. Y'all lucky Southwestern's still not open, but whatever. And they wouldn't have never took him there.
Okay.
He might have messed it up. They didn't take him to a place like a real downtrodden school. You know what I'm saying? They took him somewhere like, okay, they're going to be on their best behavior over here. Let's take them to Dunbar. You feel me? That's how they did that. Matter of fact, a few notable basketball players went to that school.
Okay, so it's almost like a well-off prep school then.
It's not a prep school. It's not a prep school. It's a public school. It's just here in Baltimore, and it probably is like this in other cities. You have the schools that are vocational. Then you have the schools that they hold to a higher standard, like your Dunbars, your Polys, your Cities, your Westerns. And then you have like your trade schools, like your Carvers, your Mergenthaler, well, Mervo for short. And then you have like your regular public schools. I went to a regular public school, which was Southwestern Senior High School. Before it became Digital Harbor, it was Southern. So you have your tiers of school, but there's no prep schools. It's just like if your grades are good when you're in what some would call junior high school, we call it middle school here. If your grades are excellent in middle school and you apply to these certain schools, then you can get in. But
gotcha.
Other than that, you go into a regular, regular public high school. But they're like the top tier school. They're not the lower tier.
They got the good computer rooms.
Yeah, they get the funding.
The funding, gotcha. All right.
They get the funding.
I'm with you on that then. If they get the funding, then yeah. So they didn't. Well, he didn't do anything overly good for. he didn't do anything excellent. He just did something.
Right. I'm quite sure some poor students there that could use the food. You feel me? Yeah. And the gift cards, but it's just like you didn't send him to somewhere where it was like, ooh, I'm so scared for his life. And the auditorium was not even like full to capacity for real. So I got certain students got to go and certain students that I don't know how it goes. But yeah, whatever. But don't get it twisted. Dunbar is not soft either. You just had a shooting at a football game where a baby got shot over there. So it's just Baltimore City is weird like that. But yeah, on the tour circuit, dog, this is a place where they stop heavy. I'm talking about Hard Knock Life tour was here. I'm talking about No Way Out tour, Diddy's tour was here. I'm talking about they stopped here. Anybody you could think about, what's the name of the Millennial tour was here. Like, this is a place that they stopped.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a place
so y'all first market then. That's cool.
Yeah. It's a place that they stopped. But again, this is a port city, a major port city. Not even like
Savannah, a major port city with the second largest port on the East Coast.
Yeah, but we are major. We've been there.
Okay.
We've never been.
I'm not doubting. I'm just saying, don't just stop me down here.
Yeah, we've never that was our market. Why do you think they eat crab cakes in abundance? Like seafood is a big thing because that's what we were. And then not only that, you got the War of 1812 was fought here. It's a lot of big things that happen here. And then if you know anything about that war, that's why they sing the Star Spangled Banner today. Because then you had Francis Scott Key, who was at the Inner Harbor, and that's where he wrote the song. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot here. And so this is not, like I said, it's a small city, but it's still a major city. You feel me? So it is what it is. Baltimore is different. This is different. It's different.
I dig it.
It's different. No, it is what it is. But yeah, if you didn't have the opportunity to go to one of those concerts, that's how you watched it. You put in the VHS because this happened when VHS is stuff was so popping. You pop in the VHS and the VCR and you watch the show and you felt like you was there. You saw Redman and Method Man flying around and jumping and stuff. Yeah, you seen DMX in his early years, you know, when he was telling niggas to get at me, dog. Like,
yeah.
What's going on in there? But it was
Darkman X.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, RIP to DMX, and I don't know if you heard the news, but Boss, the first female rapper to Def Jam, apparently she passed away today at the age of 54. So,
I did see that. But may she rest in peace. And it's a lot of people that passed away today, actually. Dang, what?
Backstage, DMX.
No, I'm talking about just in this last week.
Oh, this last week.
Yeah, it was a gentleman. He was a part of a band, a group. He passed away. Dang, Walker. What group is that? Dang, I can't remember right now. But there's a lot of people that passed away. And here's the thing, too. And he was only like in his 50s. He wasn't deep. No, he might have been like in his 60s. But he wasn't old. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to stay away from them type of situations and stories because I found out that a friend of mine who is an actor, a notable actor, was a notable actor. I found out that he passed away while I was doing the podcast a few years back. And it kind of, you know what I mean? Like, he was real down to earth and cool. And I can't even watch The Wire without feeling some kind of way at this point. So I try to stay away from them kind of situations because I broke down and I like really had to end the podcast midstream. Like, I gotta go. You feel me? I can't.
Understood. I understand. My apologies.
I can't stay here, but yeah. Yeah, but you know, my condolences to whomever has lost anybody in this last week. It's been a rough week for people, but I remember that episode because I was midstream and I didn't at the time. I wasn't even preparing my stories. I had my homegirl. She used to do it for me. She was preparing them for me, and so she was doing it for me, and so I hadn't even read the script all the way through, and then I got down to that part, and it was like, whoa, and it hurt my heart. Like, I gotta go because I didn't know, which is good. Another reason why I'm kind of glad that I took over picking what stories I wanted to talk about, because in that way I can know what I'm going to be talking, what I'm not going to talk about, and what I'm going to talk about, because I'm prepared. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Self-care. Make sure you're in a safe space. Make sure you can understand and how you want to express what you need to express. It makes sense.
Yeah, because I was happy. Like, I'm midstream, like, I gotta go. And it's just like, damn, I ain't mean for that to happen, but damn, what a way to find out that somebody that you was cool with passed away and you didn't even know. So yeah, and then the way he passed was kind of messed up a little bit too, but you know, people do stuff to themselves, so you can't really. So anyway, let's move on. So the next people that we are going to talk about is the nerds. Pharrell,
Chad, Hugo.
Yeah.
So I used to be stationed in Virginia, and when I was stationed in Virginia, that's actually when I met them, met Knots. I actually met Missy before. This is when I was trying to rap, even though I was in the service. I used to be in the studio with them, well, particularly Chad, and everything. They're like, "Hey, you should come through, blah blah blah. We'd like some of your ideas. We heard some of your demo tape." They had this. It was like a unsigned artist music convention, and this was in Norfolk. And I remember going there, and that's how kind of a demo that I had got passed around. It was me and my homeboy. My homeboy's from DC, by the way. Shout out to him. But that's how we kind of got invited to like sit in those studio sessions. And it kind of showed me kind of how you talk about the music business in a certain way. I think sometimes they put people there just to source you for ideas and source you for certain things and not necessarily going to use you for anything. Because it kind of was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, talking about these big grand ideas, but then asking for information and how would you do this? And this is the new sound. And if you want to, all those things. So it kind of just fell to the wayside. I was already in my career, so it was nothing I was really keyed into. But then, like a year or two later, I see him at TGI Fridays, oddly enough, and he's like, "Hey, Kenny, I remember you." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why don't you come around?" I'm like, "Dude, y'all are like rich and famous for real. I can't just pop up and show up and just be like, hey." So that was always a funny thing. The fact that I knew, you know, I'm saying loosely, knew Chad Hugo more than I would know Pharrell or in the other. What was the guy's name? I forgot the other dude's name that was with him.
And you know what's messed up? I don't remember his name, but I know it was more than Chad and Pharrell in there. But I just never remember his name.
Well, and that's the only reason I remember Chad is because he was the one I used to talk to the most, oddly enough. But yeah, it was one of those things. It's like, But overall, their music. Extremely forward thinking, very eclectic. I mean, they had a background in playing the band and playing instruments. New friends who loved hip hop, but created something that was still hip hop, but so different. But in that area of Virginia, that was like the thing that was just coming out. I mean, from Timbaland and Missy to even the Beatsmaker Knots, all of them. I mean, it was like they were having a grand time making a brand new sound that nobody had really heard. And you could tell they were influenced by Teddy Riley and all that stuff, the era, but it was just a great time. And I was happy to be stationed there at the time, so I was loving it. And it was fun for me, but they were cool overall, nerd.
Right. I think so many different directions I want to go with the Nerds, because it's not just them as a group, as artists, but it's also them as producers. It's people that are out that it's people that they worked with that wouldn't be on the level that they are on right now if it wasn't for the fact that they connected with them. You know what I'm saying? For example, Nori.
No, I was speaking up to in my head.
Tell me, when he went solo, the reason why he went big with the solo tip was because he hooked up with Pharrell and them. You feel me? How? Freaking Clips,
yeah.
Khalees.
Well, that's the bad thing with Khalees. They didn't cut her money right.
Yeah, but a lot of people did that. So she can keep. I'm glad she's fighting for it, but she falls in that category. The same shit that happened to all of the people at Bad Boy, it happened to her. You know what I'm saying? It happened to her. And I'm quite sure there's some other things I could add to that, but I'm not going to add it. That's Khalees' business and not my business. But yeah, it happens in life. I want to keep telling people, like, you know what? I go through shit too, right? I go through shit. I'm not unsympathetic to people's growing pains, because trust me, baby, I told y'all already. The last 2 years was, well, not last year so much. Last year was just like my freedom year, but the year before that was hell. People go through things every day. But the thing with celebrities is that they'll come on and they'll tell their sob story, and we supposed to be feeling so sorry for them. I don't. You make way more money than I do. I don't. You got people around the world who still rock with you, whether you went through that thing or not. I just don't. Because guess what? Them people that rock with you going through something every day too, be.
Yeah, that's true.
Every day. So it's like, okay, they dicked you on some money. But guess what? You still came out good. You own a fucking farm.
Yeah, she was just in Africa too, so yeah.
You've been on shows, cooking shows. It's a show called Cooking with Weed.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. I remember the first cooking show I seen with her. It was something about some jerk ribs. So
I think it's on Netflix. I don't feel that kind of sympathy for people just because wham got dicked out of money. Yeah, you also did some foul shit yourself. So how can I? And I said I'm not going to tell her business like that, but I just don't have the sympathy card like that.
Are you just jealous because she was married to Chip?
No,
too?
I'm not, because they
All
not.
right. I have to ask. I thought about something. I'm like, wait a minute.
And she left him before he became an extra billionaire. Yeah. No, I'm not. Babe, you see how he in here talking disrespectfully? No.
I had to ask. I started putting two and two together. I'm like,
no, fuck that. I don't feel that kind of way about Jay-Z. But if Beyonce going through some shit, I'm gonna say the same fucking thing about her. I don't feel sorry for you. You got millions. You all right. Guess what? I don't have millions.
Beyonce is too far to feel sorry for. I mean,
a lot of these bitches, I don't give a fuck what level they on. If they are Beyonce or Khalees, I just don't feel sorry for you. And especially when you out here doing foul shit too. I can't.
Okay.
I won't. If you're not out here being a good person, generally every day, I don't feel sorry for you.
Okay.
I don't. Because I walk around, even though I hate to do this reference, but I might be like your John the Baptist. Cause I might cuss, I might show out and all of that shit, but genuinely, when I walk out this door every day, I'm a good person. I'm not going to be giving out charity and need a camera to follow me to see that I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? No. And it ain't got nothing to do with a nigga, even though I love you. I love you, boo. I love you. I love you. He know I love him.
Hilarious. But yeah, nerd.
A little bit, but when it comes to the nerds, though, it's a lot of people that they work with. Even your Jay-Z's, they work with your Jay-Z's. They work with your everybody.
Pretty much everybody. I mean, everybody. They had a hot sound, and I mean, well, Nerd the group, but then we're really kind of focused on the Neptunes themselves. The sound was amazing. Yeah, and the sound was amazing. So
it was.
Yeah, if you wanted that sound,
unique and energetic. It didn't give you, even though it, what y'all want to do. That was kind of gutter. But just keep going back to Nori. Sorry. Cause there's some good shit they did with Nori over there. But
what?
Yeah, that
you know, funny enough, that song has that song has one of the worst verses outside of Computers Putin that I ever heard, where Noriega says "as real as a duplicate." I hate that verse. I really hate that verse. Yeah, some questionable shit, but they made it hot. So then, didn't nobody care? You feel me? I cared.
Nobody cared. It was hot. It went double platinum. You feel me?
Yeah, yes. But I cared. I'm like, you can't be as real as a duplicate because a duplicate is fake. Anyway, that's
right. Yeah, that's like Computers Putin. You feel me? I get it.
Computers Putin was still kind of funny though. That's all the reason.
No, it was whack. It was dumb, and I will never agree to that shit. That shit was whack as fuck.
Okay.
It was whack.
I've never
and I stand on that shit. You see how I never changed from that when I almost got burned at the stake to right now? I changed my mind. The girl is very, very, she's staying 10 toes down on everything that she say. No, it was whack. And that was whack of Nori because you can't be as real as a duplicate, but whatever. You can't. It's no way.
Can't at all. Impossible.
It's not possible. But man, them dudes made some hot shit for themselves, but then they made some hot shit for other people too. Yeah. And I don't separate the nerds from the Neptunes because it's one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Same.
I can dig that.
It's one and the same. So I don't separate them. They the same thing. If I'm going to say, I might say nerds when I'm speaking of the Neptunes, just because.
Interchangeable to you. Okay.
It's the same. Like, you feel me? But yeah, they and then you go on to Pharrell even branched off, did his own solo thing as far as, you know, him being an artist. You feel me? So
yeah.
I listen to a couple of, like on my walks, there's a few songs that come on that I'll be like, yes, Pharrell, you giving me life. That's off his album though, not other people's music. You feel me? So yeah. I think with them, it's well, I don't know because the world loves them, but I think that at first it was an acquired taste because I don't think everybody gravitated immediately.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. Because they
was it a regional thing, or because I mean, even out here, the music was hot.
It's not a regional thing. It's everybody didn't rock with them at first. They were doing stuff way before anybody knew about them. And like you said, they were associated with Teddy Riley. That's how I know. You feel me? They was doing stuff before we found out about them. Just everybody didn't rock with them right immediately. It wasn't like and it's never like that. Artists be in the studio, producers be in the studio for a long time before you hear about them. And then, boom, you hear about them. You know what I'm saying? And then you think, oh, that's the new wave. No, it was a wave. It's just you didn't know about them yet. Because that's how the music industry works.
Yeah, that's what I said. I kind of begin to learn that sitting in the studio, hearing somebody else perform their stuff, but then they actually do certain things. I'm like, I get the feeling they're trying to source ideas.
And they do me. They do me. And if you're lucky enough, if you happen to drop a few great lines on it, then you might get a ghostwriter credit, but most of the time they don't give you that.
Yeah, that's true. Look, that is true.
They like, why would I have to? Don't nobody know who you are.
Exactly. But then that's what I don't know. I was just a person. I was observing, and I'm like, man, I know what y'all are doing. But I was happy to be there, so I couldn't complain at the time.
And most people don't, and that's why they'd be like, "Well, I was in the studio, and you know that line such and such, I said that, and that's why it's on the track." But you were so happy to be there, you didn't discuss the business, so they didn't have to discuss it with you.
What you say in the thing? If you want your publishing, what?
Make sure your shit is together. Make sure you want your royalties, you want any of that shit, make sure you got your shit together. That's why I tell people, like, it's a young man that lives around the corner from me. He's a dope artist, right? But what I'm telling him is like, don't bring your music to me until, like, I played on my radio station, but until you get all your ducks in a row, like you make sure that you got your publishing, don't bring it to me, because you're going to be having it played on the radio, but you're not going to get the shit that's supposed to come along with it.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Like, you getting spins on the radio, you want your shit played on the radio, then you need to have your publishing in order. And I think that a lot of people get so excited from the business of, the business, and they don't get excited enough about doing the business. Like, it's the business of music. You're not excited about the bigger picture, which is, how do I make my money? You feel me? Not knowing that when you go to these record labels, you don't make money off your records. You really generally make money off of touring. You feel me? So it's a lot of things, and until they recoup their money, it's fuck you.
Yeah, it's just alone.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't pay attention because they're so excited, like, oh, I'm in the studio with such and such, a blase blah, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, but what are you gaining from it? Every now and again, I be wanting to do like a segment. That might be what goes on Coffee, which is diving into the music industry and giving some of my insight of what I learned over the years. Because it's a lot.
I mean, if you even think about the history of all the artists prior to getting basically jerked over their deals, how the new deals were becoming 360s, how people are losing money, like the whole TikTok thing with the UGM, Universal Music Group, how they took all that off. And I think the music business is changing.
That's right, bro. I've been using what I was on TikTok on the background music, but yeah, bastards. Now I can't get my good music on there, and then claim the right.
With a subscription service now, you can subscribe to them, and then you could lease the music.
I'm aware, and then also, you don't know how many videos I've had claimed because of Fire Fridays, which is why I gotta switch up how I do that. But yeah, I'm paying attention to all the shit that's going on. I'm paying attention. I stay quiet about that kind of stuff, but I'm in the background, like, all right, I see what's happening. I see you. I see you, and I'm gonna raise you one, bitches, because I ain't playing with y'all. But anyway, I pay attention. But yeah, that's how they get down, and which is like why reading that story I read yesterday about how within Congress they're trying to raise it from 1 cent to 3 cents.
All for the string value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you do the math. What is 1 cent per string? 3 cents is not even nothing major, but 1 cent, like one.
Yeah, I mean
1 penny. Every time your music get paid, you get 1 penny.
Yeah, I mean, it's one part that the digital world is here now, so you can get access and you can get over a lot of burdens. But I also understand that if you are a creative person that is creating music in the overall sense, you are not getting compensated for your talents and abilities. That's kind of wrong.
And that takes you back to how the music and the record industry worked anyway, because you wasn't getting that anyway. You know what I mean? Again, you made your money off of touring, not off of creating the content. Not until they got their money back. And then they could lie to you about, that's why I was like, all right. And then you read your contracts thoroughly, so you know what you signing and what you saying. Yeah, I agree to. Because it's not like that's the other thing too. I don't think y'all know I try to be unbiased over here, so I'm looking at it. I'm a Libra, so I'm always going to look at it from both angles, right?
Okay.
So you got them being snakes, the record industry. They gonna snake you anyway because that's what they've been doing since the dawn of time. Since it's been a record industry. But then you got these people over here like, wah, they took my this, they took my that, but you did not read your fucking contract. You didn't get a good your own lawyer to look at it. You looked at it like, oh well, it was a lawyer in the room, but you
don't care about you.
Yeah, that lawyer works for the record company, so they not thinking about you. So you trust in what they saying, all right, this, that, then third, and they fast talking you because that's what they do.
And you're probably excited.
Exactly, because the idea, oh my gosh, I'm about to get signed, but you not reading the contract, stupid. Yeah. And then they assign you to managers and people like that because they assigning you to who they want you to be assigned to because them people going to work in their favor and not in yours, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So I don't feel sorry for Khalees. They helped her out though. Wouldn't nobody know who Khalees was if it wasn't for them.
True. Put you on the stage.
So that's that. Oh, that was an interesting one. Oh, I'm about to take a clip from this joint right here because I'm glad I got to get a lot of shit off my chest this evening about this goddamn music industry. Yesterday, it was daggone politicians. Today, it's the music industry. I'm on the roll this week.
On the roll. Hey, you big car.
Hey, you big car.
Look, this is what I'm about to say. You could take what the conversation you just had and make yourself the new digital A&R for upcoming artists.
You know, I've tried that, but everybody think they got the answers. And it's frustrating. Okay. I've tried that over and over. I'm not even going to mention somebody, but I've tried that. And everybody got the answers and they think they know the way. And I'm trying to tell you, this digital world is a Mickey Tiki. Yeah.
Mickey Tiki.
All right. I try to explain that over and over again. Like even with the group Derperton, when I was working with them, that's the lovely thing is when I was working with them, the internet was on the verge. Like you still had your MySpaces and you feel me, and things like that. So I was able to come through and transition with them through the scaling of social media.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was a lot of things that we were able to do together for me to learn, and I'm happy to have had that opportunity. But even with at some point in time with them, like they got scared because they didn't know where we was going with this. But I've always been on top of my technology game, so I was watching. You feel me? Like, all right, so we should do this, and because it wasn't the norm of what they have been told they're supposed to do when it comes to this record industry, it didn't translate. You feel me? But now everybody think they got and I gotta know what I'm doing. I'm on the internet. And guess what? Still in the same place, not moving, no forward progress. But guess what we doing? Making progress.
Hey, you big purr.
So I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. But yeah, we gotta get to these love notes real quick. I'm watching you. Watching you, Doc.
Hey, I'm just saying, I don't got no props. You good?
You know why I was watching you. You know exactly why I was watching you.
What can I use? What can I use?
Look at you. So anyway, love notes. How it became the love notes. It's a love story. It's a beautiful love story. I used to call it love. Doc used to look at him looking for the props. Doc used to call it show notes, and we used to go back and forth. And he also said, I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not. They weren't the size of a composition notebook. It was a nice long piece of stack of paper, but it wasn't a composition notebook. In all fairness, I had cities and states and countries all on these lists. So yeah, it was a lot of papers. It was a lot of papers. Look at you. You don't got nothing over there. Get out that corner. You don't got nothing. Get out that corner. But anyway,
I'm looking at my magazines. I was looking for a cool magazine cover to show.
But then we used to go back and forth about what we were going to call it, and we came to a compromise. Now we call it love notes. Look, Doc almost won. Now we call it love notes, and so that's what it is. So let's get to this love real quick. I gotta show some love to my people first. To anybody who is watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, I appreciate you so much. I love you guys. I don't want you to ever get it twisted like we ain't showing. Nah, we love y'all over here. We do. But these people that I'm about to rock off with, they don't even know what I look like. They just come and download and listen to this podcast, and it's extraordinary. And I gotta add some more people to the list, but haven't had a chance more people to this list. But we're gonna go with the list that we have right now. But again, they listen. They don't know what I look like. They could always go to YouTube and find out what I look like, but they don't. They just keep coming back and listening. So I appreciate them. And it's all love. And thank you for all of the love. Thanks, y'all. Shout out to my top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, France, Canada, and Belgium, specifically Paris, specifically Belgium. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thanks. I love you guys so much. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, boos. I love you. Hi. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, Nepal. I love you all. Hi, babies. Love you. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, China, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, Bookies. I love you too. Thanks. Last but not least, Ghana, Finland, and Cameroon. And there's some other cities and states that will be on the list eventually. Well, other countries. Eventually, countries. I just have to find the time to get down to doing it. And there's busy stuff going on over here.
Yo, congrats to the new country that's popping up on the list. For real, though. Hey, you big hurt.
Man, I love it. Like, I'm excited. Y'all don't get to see me when I get to look at the downloads and stuff, but I'll be in here like, oh my gosh.
That's good. Hey, you big hurt. The list is growing and growing.
Like, I won a prize on The Price is Right. Or like, when they call it, like,
come on down.
That's what really happens. I'll be like, I feel like I'm on The Price is Right, like, and they called me to come on down, and yeah, that's how I felt.
And fall down the stairs like that one lady that fell down the stairs on the way down to the stage. That was that.
I was like, girl, we excited, but not that excited. Calm down. Breaking that, getting down the steps. All right, so let's say this real quick. Okay, worldwide, read your contract. Please do, because then I can't really feel like it's like I understand why we're upset, but I don't understand because if you had read the contract, then you would have known, you would have saw it coming a mile away, and you would have been like, nah, I think I gotta go sit down with my lawyer. Your lawyer is supposed to renegotiate the contract so that you don't get fucked over. But now, nobody listens to me, little on me, like I know nothing. I know nothing. Top Flight, catch the vibes backstage. Yeah, people flying around in the air. Front stage and even behind the crowd, above the crowd. Yeah, because they was flying, man. That was hard. It was like, did them niggas just out there? Yep. And they was doing how high, I believe they was doing how high at the time that this was happening. And they was like, how sick, so sick that you can suck my dick. And it was extraordinary. It was extraordinary.
SFK in the building.
Child, woo. I had to unsquash my face and fan myself off. It was extraordinary. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah. All right, so we got to get to this final exam. I'm always nervous.
Exam.
The year's 1993.
1993.
With me. I only got a half a point the last show. I'm striving for a whole point, but I'll take a half a point again if I have to, because I need to balance that out.
Okay.
14.5. So if I gotta take a half a point, I'll take a half a point so I can get to 15. Whatever. But let's get this final exam popping. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Final exam popping.
Let me take my swig of water. I'm thirsty.
Wait a minute. Why did that copy that way? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. All right, cool. All right. Number 1. You ready?
As ready as I'm going to be, coach. Let me have it.
All right. Here you go. Bam. Number 1.
Whoo, child. And this is the third album. I'm not ready. Okay. Third album released in 1993 became the first album by a solo female rapper to receive a gold certification from a recording industry. Oh, wait a minute. Industry Association of America. Third album released in 1993 became the first album by a solo female. Okay, let's go. I might got an idea, but let's go.
All right.
Might got an idea, maybe not. Let's go.
Number 2.
Maybe not. In mid 1996, beef with Foxy Brown. Oh, I think I got this one. Recorded this. Wait. I'm calling. I don't know because it's in between two people right now. Okay, let's go. I need my third.
Did you narrow it down from a bunch to 2, or are you just up from 1 to 2?
A few, but I'm down to 2. Really down to 1, but I'm really down to 1. But go ahead. Just give me this third one so I can just say what I think it is.
Number 3.
Halftime making the first female. Is this Queen Latifah?
Yes, it is Queen Latifah. So what gave it away? Why I gave the last 2?
Well, 1, the third album released in 1993. It ain't many female because you got to remember the 90s was a weird time. Females were getting it like, you know what I mean? Like they might have got it in the later 90s.
Okay.
Then is 2 rappers that Foxy had beef with, but the other one did not get certified anything gold.
Okay. So who was the other one you had in your mind?
What's her name? Dang. Can't think of her name right now. But she didn't get certified gold anything. And she ain't had 3 albums. So it's not her. And then once, wait. Then once we got to the Super Bowl, all right, is this Queen Latifah? You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
That's what it was. But let's get the rest of the clues up here. Signed with Tommy Boy Records. I would have definitely guessed by then, which released the first album in 1989. Yeah. And then American rapper, actress, singer, really. I definitely, at least by the last one, I definitely would have got it. But
well, that's how I make them. I make them hard to begin, but apparently this wasn't too hard.
But listen, Foxy had beef with a lot of bitches, but
apparently,
we talking about 1993, and in 1993, who was out in 1993? And it couldn't be them bitches because they weren't out in 1993. But you know who was out in 1993? Queen Latifah.
Okay, all right.
Stand Up Jersey. We talked about y'all a lot today. We was speaking all the Jersey love.
He did. Even Redman was talked about today.
Redman was. Jay-Z's time in Trenton, New Jersey. Queen Latifah, she got bought into this and she didn't even know who she was.
Yeah.
So yeah, stand up Jersey. We talked a lot about y'all this evening. But yeah, it wasn't the other people that Foxy has had beef with, including Nail Tex and other people. They were not out in 1993 and definitely not certifiable gold. So yeah, it's like I easily narrowed down. Like, what are we talking about? Queen Latifah.
So I got to tweak them again. I got to tweak it again. I got to get you back to at least make it to number 4.
Huh? Would you say?
And I got to get you back to at least make it to number 4.
Yeah, that's your mission right now.
Yep. I don't mind if number 5 is a super easy one, but I at least need to get you to 4.
UNITY. Oh, sorry.
You know what I'm thinking about too? I think what played in your favor was the year. And it was 1993, and it was the year that you did a quick elimination job, which was good on your part. 1993.
Like, who had me with Fox? It really was. I had to get to the second one though, because it's really like, well, who had beef with Foxy? That was certified. You feel me? And then the Super Bowl thing was like, okay, are we talking about Queen Latifah?
Yes.
UNITY. Oh. All right, so right now Doc got 6. Your girl got 15.5. I still need to get another 0.5 so I can, tip that to 16 because the 0.5 look ugly. And then look ugly. And then the former co-host that we had, he had 5. And then one audience member has won a game. So yeah, I'm still the champ.
Yes, you are. The champ is here. Been here, standing there, always gonna be there. You couldn't even knock off the pedestal, can't even check out the throne.
Especially with how you talking trash about how you trying to make me get to 4. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
But I've been tweaking it because I feel like I kind of made it too easy. One time you guessed off the first one. I'm like, well, that's too easy. Then before it was too hard. That's the only reason I even got my 6 points.
That's back when you was putting names in there. Like, nigga, I don't know they names.
Yeah, that's true. Which to me would have been the easiest giveaway, but then I realized, like, oh yeah,
it's only certain people whose names I love. Like, I know Nasir Jones. I know Clifford Smith.
Okay.
Because he was like,
you know those guys.
I know Clifford. And that's crazy because I don't know all. Well, I do know Ghostface's name. I know his name is Dennis, but I don't know everybody and as much as I love them, I don't know all of their actual names except for the ones that I really, really loved. I was in love with them. I don't be knowing niggas' names. So yeah, that made it real hard. Yeah, I don't be knowing niggas' name. I know Clifford Harris only because, well, he stayed in trouble.
You don't know Bobby Digital's real name?
I don't know his real name. I don't. I mean, it's Bobby's. I don't know.
I don't know his real name either. I don't even think about it. I'm like, RZA, Bobby Digital.
The 2 names I know.
I know his nicknames.
I don't know Raekwon's full name. I don't know
Raekwon the chef.
That's
Raekwon
his name in my
chef.
The is his middle name and chef is his last name.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? I don't know Redman real name. This is what I'm saying. And these are people I love.
I know Redman real name is Reggie Noble.
Reggie Noble, right? Isn't it? His real name is Reggie Noble.
Yeah, Reggie Noble.
That's not something that because sometimes they put a name in there and you'd be like, oh, that's his real name, and it's not really their real name. They just
like, hold on. It's like Tony Stark. So I'm like, no, that's Iron Man.
Right. Like, now y'all know Ghostface's real name is Dennis, not Tony. All right. I don't know his name, but I know his first name is Dennis. It's not Tony. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll throw a name in there real quick, made up a name real quick and be like, this is my name, and that's not really their name though. So, I don't know. But names, not good with that. Birth dates, don't ask me to remember, because as much as I love, well, I kind of He's a Virgo. That's probably why I remember. And I married a Virgo. It's weird that I love him and he's a Virgo. I know he's a Virgo, but I don't know birth dates either, so it's not, you know what I mean? It don't happen like that. But if I love you, probably gonna know your first name, first and last, maybe. And I love Nas and I love Method Man, so I know there's. I know their name. All right. Anyway, so let me stop obsessing over here. I know their names. But anyway, so some things I gotta say before we get up out of here. Some things that need to be said. First, I already told y'all how to get in contact. I said that in the beginning. So I'm not gonna repeat that right now because we already well over time. I'm gonna say this though, mind your business. Mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. So it's good to mind your business. Except for Media Mondays where I tell people's business. Obviously on a tap-in, I'll be telling people business too. Obviously. Allegedly. And then tomorrow, make sure y'all tune in for Wet and Wired because we are wired and we got to finish going through this case with Diddy and the boys. It's the boys against Diddy. Diddy and the boys are being accused. It's a lot of boy loving up in here. We got to talk about it. We got to get to this scenario that allegedly happened at the studio. Allegedly happened at the studio when the Love album was being created. You coming back tomorrow night?
Man, this is your call, your choice.
Yeah, you might got something to do. But I would like it because we got to finish, chopping it up.
If you would have me, I would graciously make my presence appear. All right.
So Doc coming back tomorrow night so we can finish chopping it up and cracking our jokes because apparently that's what we go doing. But come back and be nosy with us. But other than that, mind your business. This is the safest way to live. Love your babies. Hug your babies. Encourage your babies. Tell your babies they are the greatest of all times. And my baby got an 8 on her time. Stop playing with her. Because JoJo is a genius. But anyway, I knew that. I told you I knew that before she even came out my womb. But anyway, love your babies, hug your babies, and encourage your babies to be the best them, the greatest that they can be, the greatest of all times, the GOAT. They need that encouragement. It is your job to do that. So don't be an idiot. Do your fucking job. They want to work for NASA. No, I knew that was coming. Oh, I knew it was coming. If they want to work, no, I didn't do it yet. I'm going to work. We're going to do it together. If they want to work for NASA, tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, dag nabbit, janitor, engineer, dag nabbit, doc, whatever else they do over there at NASA, I don't know. They just deal with space. That's what I do know. Put these damn telescopes up here because he trying to make sure that he hold me accountable for putting this damn telescope together. I'm going to do it. It's just, I got to find time. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, commentator. I'm quite sure they got engineers over there too. Whatever it is that they do over there at NASCAR. They drive really fast. That's what we do now. But the point is, tell them that they are the GOAT. They need that encouragement, man. That's your job, man. If you ain't doing it, you stupid as shit. And that's why your kids is out here acting crazy because you're not invested enough. Okay? Okay, I got that off my chest. Stay in your lane. Please. Please. Or if you're going to jump in one, just don't jump in mine because I promise you, baby, I promise you, this is what you're going to get. Keep trying to tell y'all she's really not a nice girl. She's kind of evil, kind of bitchy. She getting her moves too, and especially if you just woke up to sleeping lion. Like, don't wake her up, let her sleep. Leave her alone. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all that good stuff. And especially her, you big purr. You big purr. Purr. You want them two. You don't want the first one. Although, I don't know. I think that should be AU Big Roar. You don't want the first one. You want the last two. It's safer that way. And what usually happens when you jump into somebody's lane is a collision. And who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for each other. So just stay in your lane. How about that? How about it? Don't worry about the small battles. Worry about the war. Keep telling y'all that. The battles don't, they kind of count, but they don't really, because you could lose a battle and live to fight another day so you could fight the war, or you could worry about the battle and lose the battle and then lose the war too. I would rather lose the battle than the war. I want to win the war. So worry about the war. And then Mobb Deep told y'all, they tell y'all all the time that there is a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. And I'm not going to do the rest of the song because I did it yesterday and I had to stop myself because it was getting good. But you heard what they said. You heard what they said. They told y'all. So listen to them, gentlemen. They know what they're talking about. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Yeah. So, yeah. Don't worry about the war. Don't worry about the little battles. Be uniquely you. Be who you are. Be the real you. Don't let nobody tell you what you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be. They don't know you like that to be telling you no shit like that. You got to be who you are. Reason being is because when you start being who they want you to be, then they're going to say you fake and phony. And it's like, make up your mind. So I'd rather you just be who you're going to be. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. And that's what it's going to be. And that's that. Doc, thank you, babes.
Thank you for having me as always. AU Big Purr. Once again, you won. I gotta tweak it.
Feels good. Feels really good. It feels really good. I feel like I need like a trophy or something.
Look, you're getting carried away now.
A trophy or something. Just a little one, like the ones they used to give us in school when we
the little
the Jenny Lamp ones.
Yeah.
Like the little one. That's a little tiny one. But anyway.
Final exam supreme winner.
Just a little Jenny Lamp. You feel me? I ain't saying I need the big old basketball, even though that would be nice too, but just a little genie lamp. But thank you as always. I will see you tomorrow because we got to get back into this case and the shenanigans of what is happening, because I don't know what is happening exactly. I wasn't even expecting that case. It just popped out, and I was like, well, Ghislaine, we're going to get back to you later, girl, because I got to talk about this. And we're going to get back to Virginia ass, because we ain't forget you, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia number 2.
Shh, we got to get back to her ass. She's scandalous. Oh, she's scandalous. But anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow night for another episode of Wet and Wired Wednesday. Another episode of Ambitiously the Podcast. And I appreciate y'all. Me and Doc gotta get out of here. We gotta get our rest for tomorrow because this is gonna be intense. Oh, this is gonna be intense. Good night. Stay out of trouble. Doc, no Brazilian man without me being a Brazilian woman. You know how this go. We're not Brazil. We're not Brazilian. We're black, okay?
We're black, yes.
Well, I'm the world, but he's black. Everything apparently. But anyway, good night, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,